back to the fan brush. I'm going to put a little bit of magic white on my fan brush. Go into some yellow, some green, and let's drop in some grass back here in the background.
Hello everyone, it is I, the painter, once again, and welcome back to yet another episode of A Tribute to Mastery. We're doing yet another painting by Bob Ross, and we're using the usual suspects with our colors, with blue, yellow, red, white, brown, and green. And we are going ahead and we are just jumping right into it with our sky. We don't want this to come all the way, we don't want this to come quite halfway just yet. No. There will be some more additions, but for now we are doing just this part. And just like that, the color goes from a very dark color to a much lighter one. And of course, by the way, I have already covered this canvas in a layer of white, so if you're following along and you haven't done that, you probably should, unless you've already started painting, which at that point there's not much that can be done about it. And we're gonna go in with some green and some brown, and heck, we'll mix in a little bit of red here. We want just some layers of colors as well as the blue that we already have, and we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go right into our tree shapes. And this whole area here will get used up by that. It's good to have the blue in the background though. Any sort of little patches of not color, you'll be able to see the blue. And we'll go in with a bit more red and green, just a bit. And now we can just go in here and we'll do the other side of it. But with this almost dragon fruit-like color, it's very pretty. We'll mix in a bit more brown, go in here. This may all look like it's just big blotches of color, but this, you just gotta trust the process with this. It will get better, just like this. This is just the background. We'll be using this to build up some more things in front of it, and it'll make this part look about 10 times better. And we're kind of going in here and we're building up some layers. We're gonna have something in the middle here, so we need something around it first. Need to bring this out over here. Needs just a little bit of room in here. What will it be? You'll see in a moment. I'm sure of it. Unless you decide not to watch the rest of this video for some reason. If you do, well, I mean, I can't stop you, but you know, it's your loss. But I think these videos are pretty great. At least compared to some other stuff you could be watching. And now we're gonna go in with just a bit more of the blue. We're just gonna start bringing in what's gonna be some water. Need this to be primarily blue though. Just going in here with it. And we can easily just go across here. Just like that. Create some really nice looking water. If it looks weird right now, that's okay. I don't blame you for thinking that. It will get better. Like I said, easily use this to bring in some more water. It needs to be bluer though. We're just using the colors we already have on our canvas here and on our brush, and just bring them across just like this. Creates a very nice gradient. And even bring some in on this side too. Makes this very nice reflective look. I'm just using the side of the brush like this. Boom, we've already got some water going. That's really nice. And we are doing this so far, we've done all of this without having to clean our brush. It's a very easy way to save time by just not cleaning the brush and just sort of going along with it, especially if you can continue to add colors to keep them from getting too muddled, and then you've got more paint to work with. It's a win-win situation. And I'm just going in here. Okay, well, need some more brown, red, green, that sort of thing. Just like this. And to really just keep it from looking too, like, out of nowhere, we can easily just use these to mix the colors a bit. Keep this area from looking too distinct from the rest of it, because it is generally meant to be the same sort of thing. You can go in here and do the same thing over here, except different shape. That's a big thing. This is turning into a very nice little stream area, and we're still just doing the base, and then we're gonna add on top of it eventually. Now we can go in with our fan brush, make sure that it's nice and usable. And we'll get some brown on one side, and then we'll get some white on the other, so it kind of looks like that. And we'll get it wet, and then we're going to go in here, and we're just going to just drag it across to create some nice branch shapes, nice chunk shapes, I mean, with our fan brush. just like that. Makes it so that we don't have to go in with highlights. It's that easy. Can even go about here and just bring this down. And now we're finally going to wash our brush. Finally. I'm just using some tap water. He uses paint thinner, but I'm using a different kind of paint, so that's not really what I'm using. There's a lot of paint in this brush, so it might take a hot minute to get it all out. And then once we've successfully gotten most of the paint out, we can go in with some green, mixed with a bit of yellow until we have this lime green color that we need. Mix it like that. And using just the side of the brush, we can easily just go in and start adding some green to these trees and stuff. Because, you know, trees are meant to have green, unless they're like, you know, unless this is autumn, but it's not. So we're gonna need green on our trees. And we're just easily going in here and layering it on top. Maybe this is a bit dark for our taste, so we're gonna go in here and we'll just mix in some yeller. I have said in the past that yellow is one of my favorite things to use when it comes to this, because it just works so well. It's kind of unreal. I don't even know if you could do this effect if it was just if it was like a normal painting kind of style. You can even go in here and do the same thing this way. Maybe we'll mix in just a bit of red for that. Have some fun with it. You can even go here and start making some little hills and layers. Add a little bit more in here. See what happens. Why not? Then what we can do is we can go in with some brown and we're gonna start putting in maybe a little bit of a bank here. We'll start with that right there. We can just go in and start adding in some more of it, just like that. It's very easy to add if you just sort of tap it in. You can always go in and get more if we need it, which I might, so, you know. Don't want to do too much though, because then you start to swallow it up, and that's not really what we want. Just start here, mix some stuff into this. We can easily go in with our sponge brush and just use this to bring in some reflections for our dirt on the water. Just like that. Cleaning a palette knife can be a bit more difficult than, or not even super difficult, but it's definitely not quite the same as cleaning a regular brush. But what we're gonna do now is we're going to get some blue and some white, mix them together real nice. We can easily use that to bring in some color variation with our bank here. Makes it look about 100 times better. I quite like it. I wonder if it's possible to recreate painting like this with regular paint techniques. Probably not, or at least wouldn't be quite the same, especially when you've got color like this. That's not something you recreate so easily. Sometimes I wonder why palette knives were created for anything other than this. Like, I don't know what else you would use something like this for, other than like maybe using it to, if you've already got a big area, you could use it to sort of sketch out where you want the next thing to go. But other than that, I don't really know what else you'd use it for. If you in the comments have used a palette knife before in a way other than what I show in this video, then please feel free to let me know, because I am legitimately curious. We're immediately going to go in with some brown and some red into that brown and use that on this too. Don't want to cover up all of it though, just a bit. And then because we covered up a decent amount of it, we're just going to go in here with it again. And we're going to cover that back up with some bluish. It's more of a purplish now, but that's okay. And we're just bringing this down over here a bit. I seem to have convinced myself that if I do this enough, it'll actually work. And we're just going to go in here and we're going to start placing in our little, our waterline. Just drag it across like this. You do have to be careful with adding little details like this, because once you add them, it's difficult to remove them. So you gotta be very precise with what you want to do with it. Me, however, I know exactly what I'm doing. Trust me, bro. I never make mistakes. Everything I do on this canvas is intentional. Seriously. Always. It's always intentional. And as we get farther away, we can make the lines begin to disperse a bit. Honestly, this is a pretty nice painting already. Like, if we stopped soon, I wouldn't be too disappointed. I mean, obviously it's not as detailed as it could be, but it's still pretty good, I would say. And also what's fun about this technique is because you use the way that you use paint, you're gonna end up with a very textured canvas. Like, you run your fingers across it, like, after it's dried, of course. You don't want to, as soon as you're done with it, you don't want to go, oh yay, and then you touch it, and then all of a sudden you've got a big smear in your river. That's not what you want. You do, however, want to, after it's done, you might want to try feeling it and see what I mean. Especially with parts like this that have a lot of paint layered on top of it. You will be able to feel the difference than somewhere like this, or especially somewhere like there. Can you tell I'm trying not to waste paint? We're gonna go in with some brown, and for this part here that doesn't have much in the way of grass, we're just gonna go in here and we're going to make this sort of an upward slope, or downward slope, I guess? Up-down slope. And then we're gonna wanna go in with our fan brush, yes, we're using it again, and we're going to mix that in with some green. We're gonna use that, make sure that it's nice and thin so that it'll stick, actually. And we're just adding in a little bit of grass that comes down this way, just a little bit. We even mix some up in here too so that it looks less out of place. It's invading. How scary. You can even use the actual painting skill of dragging the paint instead of just going up and down with it. And even go in here with a little bit of brown and go about here-ish and place in a couple of little rocks into the water. Is one of these char? Probably. Speaking of char and all them, is Robert here? I know we're gonna add in a couple more trees, so I think I will wait to decide and try to find Robert until the end. Hopefully I remember. I should, but you know, just in case. Just in case I don't, I tried. And of this one, if I don't choose another one, that will be Robert. We can easily go in with some yellow into here, and we can mix that in. Need some water right there. And it mixes very beautifully. That's kind of the exact color we needed, so it's nice, like really nice. I like it a lot. I'll need a little bit more here so that it doesn't look like it's like getting progressively less, because it is technically supposed to be the same amount of grass, just, you know, your perspective changes. And we can easily go in here and kind of halfway do the same thing, or at least try to. So now we're going in here and we're doing the same thing we did with the other side, I mean. Start layering this in. This actually looks quite nice. Yeah, so we're easily just layering this in. I think we can go in with our brown and our blue and stuff, maybe make some more brown. Because if you don't have brown, store-bought, if you don't have store-bought, then DIY brown is okay too. We're just going in here with it, getting as much as we can here, and just using this and dragging it down. Mixing a bit of red here, makes great contrast, makes great brown for that. And we're easily able to go in here and add some highlights to it. We can easily go in here and just add a couple more branches onto this. Add a big one right in here. I'm sorry if I haven't been talking as much in this episode. I don't know. I guess my mind is just doing its thing, and honestly, sometimes I can't really predict what it's gonna do. Sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, it's probably gonna be thinking about these things, and then lo and behold, that's exactly what it does. But then other times, it just kind of does its own thing, and I'm just sort of along for the ride. I mean, yes, I am, and yeah, I am my brain, that's true. But, I don't know, there's a lot of disconnect. There can be a lot of disconnect between the brain and the mind, in a way. The brain and the body, and reactions and all that. Brain is a very mysterious thing, because on one hand it's literally just you, and on the other hand it's kind of a mystery to itself. And I'm just going to go in here and add some more of these highlights. Not too much, but just a bit. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Makes it this greenish brownish color. And I think we're just about done, so I'm going to go ahead with some red. and we're gonna go ahead and find a way to sign our painting. Okay, I think that's gonna about wrap it for this now. But honestly, I think this is one of my more successful ones. Surprisingly, I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but oh yeah, I did remember. I think I still want this one to be Robert. Okay. I quite enjoyed making this one, and I hope that yet again, I hope that you enjoyed watching me make it as much as I did actually making it. I love you all so much, and my channel just keeps growing, and I'm just so so happy about that. So anyway, I will see you all next time. This is the Painter, signing off again for today. Alright, so long, farewell.